All right, I apologize for how long this next one is, but it has an awful lot of insight in how I am, where I came from, what I was looking for, and when I finally met my Filipino love of my life. And so here we go. I have to say this to the world, especially if you're someone that cares about me. Everyone that truly knows me knows that I am a very good guy. I have my flaws, but I always work on who I am. One of my flaws is that I always love with all that I am and I jump right in head first. I get warnings all the time to go slow and not rush. I know this so very well because so many failures in my life. But without this great risk, there just is never a chance for great reward. So here I am, terrified of the fact that what happens when you finally do get what you have always wanted. I never really believed that I would find that exact thing that makes it so very much real for me. People go through life and settle and put up with things that just are so much less than they deserve. I gave up because of my mistakes and because there just was not the exact connection I wanted. Came close to having it, but life and time always never lined up. This time I was being my own worst nightmare and not wanting to believe that this so very wonderful girl that found me was just not even worth the chance. But talking to her, I just started and I got so very much pulled in. And thought that I was snobbish at first. And yes, she found me, but on that, she wants nothing from me but love, respect, honesty, and someday a home and family. As the talks became longer and more in depth of who we are and where we come from, I began to have hope. Life without hope is despair, and so very much not a life. But this hope at first brought fear, so I held back. But she had her own fears, and we just talked. Talked openly, Talking openly opened up doors to tell more and more. It led to, well, actual love. I love Anne with all of my heart, but that being said, it is so much more than that now. As we continue to walk along together, we found that we not only have so much in common, but we also have the same soul. We love the same we love the same completely and give ourselves to others without asking for anything in return. So what happens when both people do not want anything from each other except each other? A giver with a giver. I was afraid, so very much afraid, because I have given so much of myself to others. I just wanted a little back. Friends give this, but it is not the same when it comes from a person you can care about more than anyone else. When they can be together, when you find someone that not only shares their pain but embraces yours, you ask for a person from God that meets your basic requirements and have a dream girl that meets all of your requirements. But when that happens, when each of you realizes that the other is more than your dreams, more than you ever wanted for yourself, I, of course, feel so not worthy. How can I be good enough for her? But then she does not allow this to happen. She instead shows more of herself, opens her pain of her life and her past. She proves beyond a doubt I am really not only good enough, but the exact person she has always needed. Again, asking for nothing in return. She feels my pain and opens the door to protect me and allows me to walk away. Does not want to cause any pain herself on me. I finally met someone like myself. Anne would forfeit herself and has for me. I have done the same. Anne has connected so very deeply into my life and who I am. I am now seeing her for more than just a person to love. Do soulmates exist? I have to say they do now. I love Anne so completely. I get honesty and trust. She shows me everything. Pain that no one knows. Her pains align with pains I have from my past. We have such common ground. When you live without real love, the damage that is done is so very deep. But when you finally find someone that comes along that has similar pains and strengths, friendship becomes deep and the love from this friendship grows. It has gone beyond childlike crush, so very much beyond just the heart now. Anne's touched my soul and shares hers with me. I stand here now saying I have never known this feeling. A woman that loves me as much as I love her. The respect is amazing. Honesty and truth are easy when the communication flows so easily. I cherish her in everything she does for herself and for me. It has gotten to the point that she has no equal in my life. And the love I have for her, I have to say it the way that my brother loves his wife. My brother said that he loves his wife so much that if anything ever changed and she wanted to be free, he would help her and let her go if it meant that she was happy. He cares for her happiness more than trying to keep or own her. He does not fear because he loves her and she loves him. They do for each other. I have this now. I love Anne purely, and there is just nothing besides for love and respect holding this love in place. Anne cares about my happiness, and I care about hers. Anne is the kindest, most wonderful woman I have ever known. She is compassionate and gives to all the people in her life. She has friends that adore her as much as I do. She loves children and loves herself. She is strong, so very strong. She has a calmness in her fears that sees her through most problems. She rarely relies on others but trusts my advice and asks for it. She loves me and shows it through actions and deeds. She is earning my devotion and my love. Anne has a positive outlook on life but is realistic about life itself. She compromises in decisions and handles deep discussions effortlessly, even when I am wrong, but does not judge and accepts her mistakes and mine. We laugh and have so much fun because we both have such open hearts. Our souls, this I cannot explain. It is a connection so much deeper. Anne supports me in what I want to do and stops me from jumping. Even with her, she slows me down all the time. She is kind, so very, very kind. This quality I find so very important to me. I make mistakes and have shown kindness to others, but kindness back to me is so very different. Arguments never escalate because perspectives can be talked about and kindness is there. Anne accepts my flaws and I accept hers. Both of us never want perfect. The flaws themselves build love and trust. We both live our own individual lives. There is no pressure to change. She loves me exactly as I am, and I feel it every day. So what am I saying in all of this? I would hope it is so very much apparent. I am in love with Anne, and so very proud that she is in my life. I am proud that she will be my wife someday. She is in no rush, and I no longer have any worries. I will be in her life as long as she will have me, and she will be in my life as long as I will have her. I will not ever apologize for loving Anne because she does the work it takes for things to be real. All of the work because it matters to her. And she is so very much matters to me. And for once in my life, I have everything I wanted and need. What more can a person ask for? I will never find better because she is my equal in every way. And once stupid fears are gone, it builds a relationship that is different than any I've ever known. Mahal Kita, Anne, I love you with not only my heart, mind, body, but also my soul. I wish everyone out there that reads this, that they find this type of love themselves. Please never settle. Sometimes blindly jumping does pay off. I won so much more than I ever asked for. The more I put into this relationship, the more I get in return. Wow, who could ever ask for more? And at the end of that, you could hear it. I was starting to tear up. Ann and I have arguments. Boy, do we have arguments sometimes. But our arguments are more from misunderstanding each other than from any other problems. The long-distance relationship has the communication kind of stunted at times because, again, it's like this. It's across a video, and you lose all the interpersonal body language and the other forms of communication that are so important to actually understanding one another. And then there are some phrasing differences and some ways of actually expressing yourself that are different between the Filipino culture and the United States culture. But overall, this is the most intense love that I've ever had in my entire life. I thank you, Anne. I love you. Mahal Kita.